Instead of pills, 11 foods to fight depression. Depression is not just a bad mood and apathy. Depression is a disease, including a lack of vitamins and nutrients. In the early stages, it is not at all necessary to grab onto pills. It is enough to include special antidepressant products in your diet. They will help to saturate the body with everything necessary and useful to cope with temporary difficulties and bring vigor. No wonder cocoa is the most demanded drink in the fall. This is because cocoa beans contain a very large dose of tryptophan. They also contain invigorating caffeine to help you kickstart your workday. Cheese, it contains a lot of vitamins A and E, as well as fatty acids, substances that are called natural antidepressants. Cheese also contains tryptophan, which reduces stress and relieves irritation and anger. Cheese also helps to improve sleep and sleep peacefully all night. Scientists even recommend eating a small piece of cheese at night. Just remember that cheese is extremely high in calories. Persimmon, to fight depression, our body needs to monitor the content of special substances, tryptophan. It is an essential amino acid that we can only get from food. In the process of its multi-stage synthesis, serotonin is formed, which is called the hormone of happiness. For the successful production of the hormone, auxiliary elements are also needed: carbohydrates, B vitamins, magnesium and zinc. If all these substances are not in the body, then it will be difficult for tryptophan to get to the brain and start synthesizing serotonin. Cortisol. This is a stress hormone. It is produced in times of danger and when a person is hungry. The level of this hormone in the blood must be low. After all, a high level of cortisol leads to constant stress, increased irritability, and impairs metabolism. We inherited this hormone from primitive people. It was once necessary to force them to act, to run away from wild animals, or, conversely, to go hunting if you want to eat. Life has changed, and in moments of stress you no longer need to run somewhere headlong, and cortisol in the blood requires movement and food. That is why if stress becomes chronic, we begin to gain weight. Dopamine. It creates a sense of pleasure when we do what we like, for example, sports. Thanks to dopamine, we can be active, motivated, and satisfied. To regulate the level of a substance in the blood, you need to consume the amino acids tyrosine and phenylalanine. Vitamin B6 and folic acid help them convert into dopamine. Antidepressant products that help maintain an even good mood and energize. Chocolate, a natural antidepressant that can relieve nervous tension, overcome seasonal depression, improve mood, because this fruit is rich in magnesium and iodine, has a beneficial effect on the central nervous system and the thyroid gland, the creators of our well-being and mood. Plums, by the amount of magnesium and potassium, plums are the record holders of the autumn garden. And these elements are very necessary for a good mood. In addition, plums are a powerful antioxidant due to their polyphenolic compounds, so they are also a great sweet remedy for seasonal depression and stress. Eggs contain essential fatty acids and vitamins A, E, D, as well as a large amount of tryptophan. There are also B vitamins. Broccoli, this cabbage, contains a huge amount of vitamins and microelements. Vitamins A, C, E, B1, B2, B9, PP, potassium, calcium, iron, sodium, phosphorus, magnesium, copper, manganese, iodine, chromium, boron. Thanks to this set, broccoli can eliminate manifestations of stress, relieve unexplained anxiety, and improve mood. Almonds contain vitamin E, which has a calming effect and reduces stress hormones. Legumes, the main wealth of beans is magnesium, an element that relaxes muscles and, accordingly, calms them down. Indeed, in a relaxed body, the nervous system calms down automatically. Magnesium also helps regulate levels of cortisol, a substance responsible for stress relief and a harmonious, calm mood. Berries, lingonberries, currants, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. All these berries are extremely useful. They effectively fight irritability and apathy with the help of B vitamins and folic acid. Seafood and fish, they are high in healthy fats, which help the absorption of vitamin D, an important element for an invigorating mood. Fish also contains tryptophan and vitamin B6, which boost immunity and energize. Medicinal herbs in pharmacies, infusion of valerian or motherwort is in great demand. These herbs reduce emotional stress during stress and help manage anxiety attacks. But other medicinal herbs can help as well. Melissa St. John's wort, hop, oregano, rosehip, mint. Regular use of herbal teas will help normalize the state under stress. 1 handful of rosehips, 1 tablespoon raspberry leaf, 1 tablespoon oregano, 1 tablespoon dry mint, 1 tablespoon St. John's wort. Mix the herbs, pour a liter of boiling water and leave for 2 hours. Strain and drink a glass throughout the day. 1 tablespoon St. John's wort, 1 teaspoon valerian. Mix, pour 500 milliliters of boiling water. Insist an hour and drink throughout the day, at least 2 weeks in a row.